Welcome to the official SmackDown Live reaction / review and results video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and also turn on those bells for all notifications. SmackDown Live. People were really telling me that SmackDown Live was a pretty decent show. People were telling me, that SmackDown Live was a better show than Monday Night Raw. SmackDown did a great job building towards SummerSlam again. I didn't even watch the show. But you guys want to see a review, so I'm giving you guys a reaction / review video. I have the notes here on my phone. I have the notes here. And I'm going to read the notes here, and I'm going to react to what happened here. And also give you guys some logic and obviously some smart things to know about when it comes to SummerSlam. But I didn't watch the show. Obviously, I was at work tonight because the Yankees were at home playing the Arizona Diamondbacks and we lost 4-2. So fuck me, right? Shit. But people were telling me SmackDown was a pretty decent show. And I'm going to read the notes here, and I'll tell you guys if it was a decent show or not. So, with me? Good? All right. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm your boy Chris. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel on this Tuesday. Yes, it is fucking Tuesday. Right now, it's Wednesday. Well, right now for SmackDown Live, it is for your Tuesday, July 30th, 2019. I'm recording this on 12:13 a.m. on July 31st. So, if you're a baseball fan, today is the trade deadline till 4 p.m. But, this is your SmackDown Live reaction / review video for your Tuesday, July 30th, 2019. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel. If you guys are enjoying the content that I'm giving you guys so far, if you guys thought that SmackDown Live was a pretty decent show tonight, I want you guys to hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. What did you like about SmackDown Live tonight? What were the pros and cons of SmackDown Live tonight? And if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to show your support by hitting that subscribe button down below and turning on those bells for all notifications. Check out Monday Night Raw review from last night. Yeah, you see the thumbnail. And yeah, I kid you not when I say this company is a fucking joke. This company is no cap a fucking joke. Link to Raw review will be in the annotation above that you see in the upper right hand corner of your screen. And if you guys missed episodes 42, 43, and 44 of the podcast, all of these videos will be up on the channel right now. Episode 44, the podcast live also with Wrestling Entertainment caused confusion by nixing a title match from Smackville special for this past Saturday. Did anybody even watch Smackville? I doubt you guys even saw the fucking show. Link to episode 44 of the podcast will be in the annotation above that you see in the upper right hand corner of your screen. Also, check out episode 43 of the podcast from this past Saturday. Vince McMahon throws shade at AEW's content during investors call, and Vince says this, and I quote, "I can't imagine TNT will put up with that," end quote. Vince, you're a fucking fool. TNT will put up with that. No one has AEW. Episode 43 of the podcast will be in the annotation above that you see on the upper right hand corner of your screen. And also check out episode 42 of the podcast as well from this past Friday. AEW set to make TV debut on TNT in October 2nd to be exact, on Wednesday, October 2nd. And I asked Vincent Kennedy McMahon, what's your next move? He updated the fucking network. That was his next move. Tough. Anyways, link to episode 42 of the podcast will be in the annotation above that you see on the upper right hand corner of your screen. This is the official home of the reality podcast, so make sure you are connected with me on social media. Twitter, Chris from Loring, and Snapchat, Chris Most Hated. And like I said, if you guys are enjoying the content, be sure to show your support by hitting that subscribe button down below and turning on those bells for all notifications. Let's review and react to SmackDown Live tonight right here on the channel. So, according to my notes here, SmackDown Live kicked off with the... I have to do it because I have to. The best in the world can do a better job than fucking Greg Hamilton. Jesus Christ, I can. So SmackDown kicked off with Shane McMahon. He made an announcement that will ruin a lot of people's evenings. I bet whatever Shane McMahon said on this announcement ruined your evening. I bet it did. He will not be a part of SmackDown. Well, this is not ruining my night or your night. Golf clap. Hooray! He says people are upset and angry that Shane will not be part of the show. There is one person to blame for that, and it's Kevin Owens. Kevin has systematically and violently attacked him over the past few weeks. Shane says he is centering himself. His life coach sat him down and told him to get his emotions in check. In check. You get what you want. You get the face Kevin was at SummerSlam, and that made Shane at peace. What makes me at peace is Shane McMahon not being on Raw and SmackDown on a weekly fucking basis. Shanti. This show is shitty. Monday Night Raw is completely shitty. Shane McMahon is completely fucking garbage and shitty. There you go. At SummerSlam, your career is over, and then you will look him in the eye and tell Shane he is the better man, and I quit. SmackDown's live tonight from Memphis, Tennessee, home of Jerry the King Lawler, if you guys didn't know that. And your announcers are Corey Graves, Tom Phillips, and Byron Saxton. The reason why Byron Saxton missed SmackDown Live last week was because of the passing of his father. But then again, my heart and my condolences and my prayers go out to Byron Saxton and his family for the passing of his father just last week. So Kevin Owens makes his way down to the ring. Kevin says not to panic, but Shane McMahon is not here. We can get through this together. Yes, Mr. KO, we can, sure, we can. They will stand together and stay strong tonight without Shane. Kevin says he knows Shane is watching. Kevin tells Shane that him not being here is great news because maybe SmackDown can be about the talent and not your stupid face. I love Kevin Owens as the fucking, with his promos. I fucking love KO. Jesus Christ already. Kevin tells Shane to bring his stupid face and his entire stupid body to SummerSlam because it is us one-on-one. You may be at peace with whatever crap your life coach is telling you, but Kevin says he will not be quitting at SummerSlam because he is going to beat Shane. He will beat Shane so bad that whenever you look in the mirror, you will know that you do not belong in the ring with people like him. I love you, KO. Already I do. You may keep showing up because there's nothing stopping you from showing up because of your last name, McMahon. Kevin says he will make sure that Shane knows that this is not your ring and this is not your show. This is the Kevin Owens show. This is just brilliant stuff. I love it. Then all of a sudden, Drew McIntyre's music plays and makes his way down to the ring. Drew tells Kevin he talks too much. What Shane didn't mention is that Kevin has a match tonight against Drew McIntyre. Drew punches Kevin and sends Kevin into the ring post and over the announce table. Drew takes the mic and says that Kevin better dust himself off because the match is now. Okay. Good start to SmackDown Live. I'm not going to lie to you. Not going to lie to you. This was a good start to SmackDown Live. Now, people are comparing Kevin Owens to Stone Cold Steve Austin. There will never be another Stone Cold Steve Austin in this generation of wrestling. Or in the next one. Or in the next generation. There will never be another Stone Cold Steve Austin. So people, please, stop comparing Kevin Owens to Stone Cold Steve Austin. Just please stop. Please stop with the comparison. It's not fair at all. You can't even call Kevin Owens the modern day Stone Cold Steve Austin. You just can't. Because it's two different eras. But we got Drew McIntyre versus Kevin Owens. Oh, and by the way, I have to remind you people about this also. X3, you're a fucking virgin. Nadine, you're the biggest slut in the wrestling community. And Lizzie, you're the most fucking degenerate retard in this wrestling community. Just wanted to point that out there. If you guys didn't forget. So you got Drew McIntyre versus Kevin Owens. People were telling me this match was really, really good. I'm going to sit here and predict that Kevin Owens won this match because you think for a second Kevin Owens is going to lose this match with Drew before SummerSlam against Shane? Which I hope they make a fucking I Quit match. It'll make the show that much a little bit better if you book Kevin versus Shane in an I Quit match. How does it make any sense that a match between KO and Shane does not have a stipulation yet? Does not have a stipulation. Just book it an I Quit match at SummerSlam. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. I find this weird that Shane was not on Raw last night and SmackDown tonight. I'm going to sit here and assume that Shane was not on SmackDown tonight, nor did he even make an appearance tonight on SmackDown. But then again, Raw last night drew a 2.3 rating compared to a 3.1 rating last week. I want the people to keep this energy going. And I said this on Twitter. Keep the same energy going if CM Punk shows up for All Out or the first TV show on October 2nd. Keep this same energy going. I want you guys to continue defending Raw and SmackDown on a weekly basis because when CM Punk shows up, it's a wrap. The last thing Vince needs in this war with AEW and World Wrestling Entertainment is for CM Punk to show up at either All Out in the Sears Center or in the first AEW television show in Washington, D.C. at the Capital One Arena. That's the last thing Vince wants to happen. So like I said, you fucking idiots, you fucking degenerates, you fucking imbeciles on Twitter, keep the same energy going. Go ahead, sit there on your fucking couch, on your mother's basement, defend Raw and SmackDown on a weekly basis with no real picture of you on Twitter. Believe me, nobody will take you serious. Believe me, nobody will. But like I said, keep the same energy going. Keep the same energy going. I dare you. As a matter of fact, I triple dog dare you. Fuck the double dog dare you. I triple dog dare you to keep defending these shows on a weekly basis. Because when CM Punk shows up, and I'm a betting man here, if CM Punk shows up, it's a wrap. It's a complete wrap. So we got a matchup between Kevin Owens and Drew McIntyre. People were legitimately telling me that this match was a good match. People were telling me that KO and Drew McIntyre had great chemistry together in the ring. Oh, and of course, KO wins. Obviously, because KO can't lose on his road to SummerSlam. He can't lose, right? He can't lose. Drew sets for a Claymore kick, but Owens with a super kick. Owens with a super kick, and Drew blocks a pop-up powerbomb, but he cannot block the second one. Drew kicks out at 2. Owens goes up top again, and Drew stops Owens with punches and chops. Drew with forearms to Owens. Drew sets up for a super A-Rad crash, but hits it. But Owens kicks out. Drew sends Owens to the floor, and Drew rearranges the announce table. Drew puts Owens on the announce table, and the referee warns Drew about his actions, and that allows KO to recover and kick Drew and hit a stunner. They get back into the ring, and Owens with a super kick and another stunner for a 3 count. Kevin Owens wins over Drew McIntyre. People were telling me this is a good match. By the way that I'm looking at it here on my notes here, I'm gonna believe it's a good match. And I'm hearing that the match went a little bit over than what they're supposed to do. When it comes to the timing issue, that's what I'm hearing. I don't know. I really don't know. But KO wins over Drew McIntyre. Expected. I don't expect Kevin Owens to lose on this road to SummerSlam against Shane. I don't expect KO to lose anytime soon between now and SummerSlam. You just can't. We go to the interview area for Dolph Ziggler. Dolph is asked about how much the locker room hates Dolph for what he did last week on SmackDown to Shawn Michaels. Dolph says people are upset and they brought it up online. He has 2 words for the people who have an issue. Too bad. Dolph talks about people who don't belong in the wrestling ring, and he mentions McFoley and Goldberg. Man, Dolph Ziggler has really been name dropping Goldberg a bunch of times. There was even a rumor going around that Goldberg was gonna face Dolph Ziggler at SummerSlam. But according to the dirt sheets and according to the reports out there, that Goldberg is not even in good terms with Vince after what happened at Super Showdown. If you ask me, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what to believe. Oh, and by the way, I found out when I was at work that Dolph Ziggler is going to go one-on-one with The Miz at SummerSlam? Huh? Really? Again? Who wants to see that crap? You want to see that? Go back to fucking No Mercy of 2016. When The Miz fought for his entire career on the line. And he fought for the IC title and beat The Miz in one of The Miz's best matches in 2016. Top 5 best matches in 2016. Or top 10. Miz, Ziggler, IC title, No Mercy 2016. Go watch that match. I don't expect The Miz and Dolph Ziggler to have that type of match at SummerSlam. I don't. If anything, I have The Miz going over Dolph Ziggler here. I don't even have to predict that going into SummerSlam. And next week, I have to do my fucking preview and predictions video next week. I don't know. Why are they even booking Miz and Ziggler again? How many times we've seen that match back in 2016 and every match they had was really, really good? Do you expect them to have a classic match like that in 2019? No. Especially how the way Dolph has been being booked since his return. I don't expect Dolph to win this match at all against The Miz. I don't. I really don't. Dolph says Shawn Michaels made a mistake and touched him. Dolph says Seth saw what happened last night. Now he'll be facing Miz at SummerSlam. And he says Miz isn't even the best wrestler in his family. Oh, damn. Okay. Tonight, Finn Balor is here to teach him a lesson. Tonight, he proves how damn good he is. Listen, Dolph Ziggler could cut a great promo, but at the end of the day, he's just a fucking loser. It's just facts. Many of you people will agree with me that Dolph Ziggler can cut a good promo. He's a great talker. He's great in the ring. It's just that the way he's being booked is fucking garbage. The way he's being booked. Completely garbage. We get Ember Moon in the locker room with Bayley. Bayley says she knows how they are teaming tonight, but she doesn't remember how that Ember hit her with the Eclipse last week. You wouldn't be in this position if it wasn't for her choosing Ember to be her opponent at SummerSlam. If you do something tonight, you will regret it. Can I ask, why is Ember Moon and Bayley teaming up against Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross? Can I just ask that question, why? Why are we getting Ember and Bayley in a tag team match before SummerSlam? Can somebody just rectify that, please? It's just stupid. It's just stupid booking, especially against the likes of Nikki fucking Cross and Alexa Bliss. You could put Bayley and Ember Moon against 2 enhancement talent and it wouldn't even make a fucking difference. Why are they teaming up? Why are they teaming up? Back for commercial break, Aleister Black says he is sitting here. He cannot help but think that he is different. Not in a sarcastic way. He feels different. He talks different. His redemption lies in the blood of his soul. His salvation and benediction comes in the stiff of any man to pick a fight with him. Part of that salvation was had by a warrior. How does he move on from here? How does he write these next chapters of his book? Once again, he is in his self-imposed prison, in his purgatory, waiting a little less patiently this time for anybody to catch on. What is it that he is trying to do for them? Can we get Black in the ring for SummerSlam? Please? At this point? So we got a tag team match between Ember Moon and Bayley against Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. Again, why are they teaming up? They have a match at SummerSlam against each other for the SmackDown Women's Championship, which could potentially be the match of the night. Potentially be the match of the night. You had Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross win? Wait a minute. Are you huh? My notes are... Hello? Hold on. Hold the fucking phone here. You had Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross defeat Bayley and Ember Moon. Can anybody tell me how much logic is that? Can anybody tell me how much sense does that make? Are you fucking serious, bro? Bayley floats over and Nikki cannot stop Bayley from making the tag. Ember tags in and kicks Alexa and hits an enziguri. Ember with a fallaway slam to Nikki, followed by running hip strike on Alexa and Nikki. Ember goes up top, hits Eclipse on Nikki. Alexa sends Ember shoulder first into the post, and then Alexa punches Bayley. Alexa with Twisted Bliss on, I believe, on Ember Moon. If I'm not if I don't know here, it doesn't even say here. Alexa with Twisted Bliss for the 3 count. Please tell me that Alexa Bliss pinned Ember Moon. Because if Alexa Bliss pinned Bayley in this, that's going to look really bad. That's going to look really fucking bad. I hope in this case that Bayley did not get pinned. Because she's the fucking SmackDown Women's Champion. And champions should not be losing on live television before SummerSlam. You want to book your champion strong going into SummerSlam. She shouldn't get pinned. She shouldn't get pinned whatsoever. So Alexa and Nikki win here. After the match, Bayley gives Ember a belly-to-belly suplex. Or should I say a belly-to-belly suplex. There you go. We go to the interview area again, this time for Sami Zayn, the loser on Monday Night Raw here. Sammy's asked why is he on SmackDown? I'm hearing reports that they're quietly killing the wild card rule. Good. I will read that report to you guys on the podcast on Friday for episode number 45 of the podcast on Friday. So Sammy's asked why is he on SmackDown. Sammy says he is scoping out the competition out, and all he sees are people complaining. Everyone is in a lot of pain. Sami says Aleister Black is in a lot of pain. He sits in a dark room and begs for someone to fight him. Sami says he sees someone begging for help. Black has all of this hype, but he cannot live up to it. Zayn, we said that exact same thing about you. If anything, Sami, you had all the hype coming out of NXT. You go to the main roster. You made him to a fucking loser on the main roster. Did you know? And by the way, TM said this on his Monday Night Raw review, and this caught my attention immediately. When Mike Kanellis won the 24/7 championship last night, he himself, Mike Kanellis, won a championship before Sami Zayn. And mind you, Sami Zayn has been on the main roster for how long? 4 years? 4.5 years? Mike Kanellis has been on the main roster for 2 years. For 2 years. And Mike Kanellis has won a championship before Sami Zayn does. That is a fucking joke. That is a farce of a fucking joke. That is fucking tough. That is why he sits in the back. The illusion could crumble down if he was in front of these fans. Sami says the hype has to be stopped, so he will beat and expose Aleister Black. Sami says he will do it at SummerSlam. So we get a matchup between Sami Zayn versus Aleister Black confirmed for SummerSlam. Are you guys even interested in that match? I would be interested in that matchup. No lie to you. I would be really interested in that match. I really would. Sound off in the comment section. Would you guys be interested in a Sami Zayn versus Aleister Black match at SummerSlam? I would. I would. Back for commercial break, and Daniel Bryan is in the back, and he is joined by Eric Rowan. Daniel was asked to make his career alternate announcement. Daniel walked away without even saying a word. I'm still here dying on what the announcement is. We'll probably find out if anything next week. If anything, I don't know. I don't know. Jerry the King Lawler is in the ring. He introduces his guest, which is the Hall of Famer, Trish Stratus. Now, I heard this was the best segment of the night. Until Randy Orton, of course, because I heard Orton cut a fantastic promo on Kofi Kingston, which we'll get to in just a second. Jerry says it is great to have Trish here. Puppies! Trish says she flew in from her college to be here tonight. Jerry mentions Trish's Instagram and suggested that was probably why she was not at the Raw reunion last week, because she was training for a match at SummerSlam. Trish says she would have loved to have been there. Trish mentions Kelly becoming the first female 24/7 champion. Jerry talks about being in the ring, toasting the past, present, and future. Jerry says a lot of the people were talking about having one last match. Jerry asked Trish if she could have that one final match. Trish says that the World Wrestling Entertainment is in her blood and is part of her heart and soul. There won't be a time when she won't have that last itch. Trish mentions she is a mom now. She is beautiful, by the way. She is fucking gorgeous. Charlotte Flair interrupts and she makes way onto the ring. Charlotte says it is a disgrace to hold the King's Court without a proper queen. You should be asking how is the greatest superstar of any era not on SummerSlam. I am really surprised that Charlotte, at this point of the fucking promo, I was surprised that Charlotte is not even on SummerSlam. But at the same time, having Charlotte away from the SmackDown Women's Championship scene is a good thing. It's a good thing. Eventually, Charlotte will win the SmackDown Women's Championship when they go to Fox in October, because they need that. They need household names. They need big names carrying championships going on to the first show in October. So, it's only a matter of time before Charlotte becomes the next SmackDown Women's Champion. Only a matter of time. Trish says hello to Charlotte, and Charlotte responds with blast, and talks about how the sappy reminiscing. Charlotte congratulates Trish on being a mom. There are a lot of WWE superstars who are parents. She has a mom. Trish has a mom. And Jerry has a mom. Charlotte says it sounds like an excuse to her. Charlotte says your greatest moment hasn't happened yet. At SummerSlam in front of your friends and family in Toronto, Charlotte challenges Trish. Now, we all expected that because it was in the news feeds over the weekend. Charlotte asks Trish if she has an answer from the 7-time champion. Since we are not models shaking our asses anymore and are trailblazers, she expected a competitive fire from Trish. Excuse me. Charlotte says Trish doesn't think she can hang with the queen. Charlotte tells Trish to get out of the ring and get in her minivan and go change diapers. Now, another thing about Charlotte, she can cut a promo. Trish tells Charlotte that she respects her. She says that you are a great performer, but right now you are being a bitch. The B word just comes out of Trish Stratus really fluently. Trish says there would be no trail for you to blaze if it wasn't for her. Lita, Jacqueline, Ivory, and Beth Phoenix. You're more than anyone should know. In order to be the woman, you have to beat the woman. Trish accepts the match at SummerSlam. This was a good promo. I'm not going to lie to you. This was a really good promo. But I got to ask this question. Does Trish even win at SummerSlam? Because if you think about, and I ask this question now because I just thought about this. You have a few Canadians on the card for SummerSlam, you got Kevin Owens, who's Canadian. You have Trish Stratus, who's Canadian. And you have Natalya, who's Canadian. I think I'm missing one more. I think Sami Zayn. No, Sami Zayn is Syrian. No, never mind. You got three. You have three. Out of all those people that I mentioned, Kevin Owens, Natalya, and Trish Stratus, who is more likely to take a L at SummerSlam? Natalya? Probably. KO? No. I'm not going to have KO lose at SummerSlam. He's just not. Trish Stratus. Now, Trish is a Hall of Famer. In my opinion, the greatest woman of all time, in my honest opinion there, depending who you talk to. But if I'm Vince and I'm Wrestling Entertainment, you got to be careful how you're booking these matches. Because you know Vince is hated in Canada. Even to this day, Vince is hated in Canada after what happened in '97 at Survivor Series. Obviously, you guys know what happened there. If I'm Vince, at the same time, you have to be careful how you book these matches. It's okay, and I'm gonna be here and be honest with you. Trish and Charlotte is booked for SummerSlam. It's not gonna hurt Charlotte if she takes an L over a Hall of Famer. It's not gonna hurt her. It's not. It's only gonna build Charlotte's stock a whole lot more. It's only gonna build up her stock a whole lot more, if you ask me. Charlotte, after SummerSlam, she's still gonna be active on the main roster. Trish, after SummerSlam, she's gonna go back home and be a mom. And do what she does for business. It wouldn't hurt at all, in my honest opinion. It wouldn't hurt if you have Charlotte lose to Trish at SummerSlam. It wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt. So in my speculation, you're gonna have Trish win. You're gonna have KO win. Natalya? I don't know. You can have Natalya win by DQ or some way, shape, or fashion. But do you think for 1 second that Natalya is gonna win the Raw Women's Championship over Becky Lynch at SummerSlam? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Now, know this for a fact. Becky Lynch is gonna get hated on. Shane McMahon is definitely 100% gonna get booed at SummerSlam. And so is Charlotte Flair. Toronto is gonna be one of those hostile crowds that even if you're liked in the USA, you're still gonna get booed in Canada. I expect Becky Lynch to get booed. I expect Shane to get booed like crazy. And I expect Charlotte to get booed like crazy at SummerSlam. Because Toronto can be a hostile crowd. That's a hostile crowd in hostile territory in Canada. In the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. It's going to get crazy. I will give this stuff for SummerSlam though. SummerSlam is going to have that type of crowd that's going to have that epic feel to the crowd. That crowd is going to give us the energy that's going to be needed for SummerSlam. Think I'm lying? Wait till SummerSlam. Because in Brooklyn, it's the exact same way in Brooklyn. Whenever a Raw or a SmackDown or a pay-per-view comes to Brooklyn, you will hear it from this Brooklyn crowd. You will hear it from this New York crowd. You will hear it. There's people that come to Barclays Center from Jersey, Long Island, Staten Island, Manhattan, the Bronx. All over the East Coast. They will come to Brooklyn, the Barclays Center, and speak their minds. Trust me. I was at that crowd for Raw 25 last year on the Go Home show before the Rumble. That crowd was straight on fire all night. All night. I'm telling you, expect that kind of crowd in Toronto for SummerSlam. So Trish and Charlotte is official for SummerSlam. It could be a good match. It depends what Trish can do against the likes of Charlotte, because Charlotte is great in the ring. She's good in the ring. People call her overrated. People call her one of the greatest women of all time. Depends who you talk to. I think Trish and Charlotte can be a good match. And Trish was great in the ring. When she was in her prime, she was fantastic in the ring. She was great in the ring. She was great in the ring. But let's see what happens between Charlotte and Trish for SummerSlam. I expect it to be a really good match. And people will say, yeah, this is a dream match. It can be. It could be. As a matter of fact, it kind of is a dream match. It kind of is. To some people's eyes, it's a dream match. But let's see what happens at SummerSlam. AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson on the back. AJ says it's all coming together. AJ mentions that Ricochet has his match at SummerSlam. AJ points out that there are 3 champions. As of Kofi Kingston, he will find out that SmackDown will always be the house that AJ Styles built. There was supposed to be a 6-man non-title tag team match between the OC, AJ, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson against all 3 members of the New Day, Kofi, Xavier, and Big E. People were saying that's also a dream match. But Vince canceled it, rewrote the entire show, and then you got the show that you guys got from Vince tonight. So we go to the Firefly Funhouse. Rabbit welcomes everyone. He says he is Finn Balor's biggest fan. Finn flies through the air like a honeybee. He is extraordinary, but Finn Balor made a very big mistake because the Fiend has been unleashed. Finn doesn't understand what the Funhouse is really about. Bray Wyatt shows up and Rami Robert leaves. Bray laughs and he asks to let him in. So we're back for commercial break. We look at from what Brock Lesnar did to Seth Rollins last night. Now, it's kind of funny how we didn't... Now, before I continue with the show here, I find it funny. I mean, you don't have to preview Bray Wyatt every single week, but I love how so far they're booking Bray Wyatt. I love how they did this. We saw him re-debut a few weeks ago. He attacked Finn Balor. Then, on Raw Reunion last week, he attacks Mick Foley, gives him the mandible claw, which I found very fucking fantastic, by the way. I like how they're booking Finn Balor. No, not Finn Balor. I love how they're booking Bray Wyatt because you don't have to show him every single week. Because if you start to show him every single week, people are going to get tired of it. Keep it how you're booking Bray Wyatt. Keep it there. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Make us miss Bray Wyatt. Make us expect the unexpected when he shows up. I love it when sometimes I want to watch a show and I expect the unexpected. When Bray Wyatt debuted, it came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere. When he attacked Mick Foley on Raw Reunion last week, it was unexpected. I love how they're doing this unexpected aspect to Bray Wyatt and The Fiend. I love it. Keep it the way it is. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep it the way it is. I love it. I really do. We go to an update on Seth's medical condition, and Seth does not want his condition announced to the public. Now, obviously, you guys saw the attack last night on Monday Night Raw. Rollins has to have at least a few broken ribs. Obviously, with the eternal bleeding, obviously. Let's just see what happens from there. Hopefully, there is some word on Seth's condition, and I will give it to you guys on the podcast whenever it's reported. We get Dolph Ziggler versus Finn Balor. Dolph Ziggler wins here. Balor with an insecurity to knock Ziggler off the turnbuckles, followed by an elevated elbow drop for a near fall. Balor misses the sling blade, but Ziggler misses a famouser. Ziggler hits a famouser for a near fall. Ziggler sets for a super kick, but Balor with a sling blade, followed by a double stomp and clothesline to send Balor over the top rope to the floor. Balor sets for a dive to the floor, but the lights go out. The lights come back on, and the Fiend is in the building. The lights go out again, and then they come back on, and Ziggler with the super kick for a 3 count. Dolph Ziggler wins over Finn Balor. I'm going to sit here and say this. At this point, if you're going to book Finn Balor, he has to lose. He has to lose. He's lost every single match since he's been attacked by Bray Wyatt. Have you guys noticed he's lost every single match since? And by the way, I'm glad that Finn Balor is back because he was pulled from SmackDown this past Saturday because of the stomach flu. People were saying that it was a 24-hour flu, so I'm glad that he's better. Thank God. But people are speculating, people are predicting that we're going to get the Demon versus The Fiend at SummerSlam. At this point, I hope it happens. I hope it does. Because we already got Finn Balor, the man, versus The Fiend, Bray Wyatt at SummerSlam. I wouldn't be shocked and I wouldn't be surprised either if we get the Demon King show up. Now, obviously, it's a big match because you got Bray Wyatt's re-debut, his new character's debut. Why not put up the Demon? Bring back the Demon. The last time we seen the Demon was, I think, what? Super Showdown, I believe? If I'm not mistaken, Super Showdown. If I'm not mistaken. I think it would be a great thing to have the Demon versus the Fiend at SummerSlam, but there are reports out there saying that the Demon King has no plans for SummerSlam. They have no plans for the Demon King to show up at SummerSlam. If that is the case here, if you're going to book Finn Balor the Man against the Fiend Bray Wyatt, I would have Bray Wyatt completely squash Finn Balor in seconds. In seconds. And then Finn Balor goes on his hiatus, and then he comes back probably before Survivor Series in November. So Dolph Ziggler gets a victory over Finn Balor. We get a matchup here. Well, Shinsuke Nakamura walks in the back and we go to commercial as Nakamura is going one-on-one with Mustafa Ali. Now, we've seen this match at SmackDown this past Saturday. In my honest opinion, I thought that was the match of the night. In my honest opinion. I thought Ali versus Nakamura did a great job at SmackDown. In my opinion, that was the match of the night. But also, in this match tonight, not only this was a non-title match, Mustafa Ali gets a victory over Shinsuke Nakamura. You know what that means? A champion loses on live television. The challenger gets a championship match at SummerSlam. So don't be surprised if we get Nakamura versus Ali at SummerSlam for the IC title. Which that I can be okay with, I guess. I guess I could be okay with this. Nakamura sets for King Sasha, but Ali with a super kick. Ali goes to the turnbuckles for a 450 splash, but misses. Nakamura misses King Sasha again, but Ali with a roll-up, but Nakamura hits the DDT. Ali avoids King Sasha again and gets a 3 count with a roll-up. So right there, Ali beats Nakamura. Don't be surprised if we get a IC title match at SummerSlam, which that, in the case, I'll be okay with. We go to an interview with Randy Orton. People were telling me, Chris, you need to read this promo. I'm reading it right now. We go to an interview with Randy Orton. Randy says Kofi says it started back in 2009. Randy says he was already IC champion, world champion, and WWE champion. He beat all the greats. He won the Royal Rumble, and he main evented WrestleMania. All he had to do was be himself. Kofi had to act like he had a Jamaican accent. He had to add dance moves. Randy says Kofi is stupid for thinking that he can hang with him. When you piss Randy off, you better send back down. No, it says here, when you piss Randy off, you get sent back down to the bottom of the ladder. Let's fast forward to 2019, and there's no Kofi Kingston, and his name is Ali. Ali was going to be in the Elimination Chamber, but Randy put his heel so far into Ali's eye socket that he could not wrestle. Kofi got the opportunity because of Randy, and the rest is history. There is no Kofi Mania without him. There is no Kofi WrestleMania moment without him. Randy says he cannot even get a thank you. His tolerance is based on a fluke and on luck. Kofi challenging him is stupid. Kofi might not see it coming. It might come out of nowhere. But he will take the title from Kofi with the 3 most destructive letters in sports entertainment, RKO. This was fantastic. That was fucking fantastic. I love the fact that Randy brought this back to 2009. And what happened back in 2009? Can I remind you about this? It was Kofi Kingston who cost Randy Orton the WWE Championship at the 2009 Bragging Rights pay-per-view when Orton was in an Iron Man match, a 60-minute Iron Man match against John Cena. It was Kofi himself that cost Randy Orton the WWE Championship. It was Kofi. Go back and watch the pay-per-view. It was Kofi who cost Randy Orton the WWE Championship that got Cena the 6th fall and won the WWE title. That was when Cena and Orton was having that fantastic feud, and the only negative about that was because they were flipping back and forth the championship. And then Kofi did the boom drop on Orton at Madison Square Garden on Monday Night Raw, which ironically was the last time Raw was in the Garden. And I also love the fact that Orton keeps saying, Kofi, it was not supposed to be you. It was supposed to be Ali that was supposed to get this opportunity. If it wasn't for Orton injuring Mustafa Ali, Kofi would have never gotten that opportunity. Kofi would have never got in all those gauntlet matches and this gauntlet match and this gauntlet match. And then eventually it got to Kofi Kingston, the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. Orton even said it himself. It wouldn't be no Kofi Mania without Orton. Kofi, you would have never won the championship if it wasn't for Randy Orton. It was supposed to be Mustafa Ali in that moment against Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. And I'm going to sit here and believe that. It wasn't supposed to be Kofi. It wasn't even supposed to be Kofi to begin with. It was supposed to be Ali. And also, another thing that you have to think about. The original plan for the Money in the Bank contract winner to be was Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali was supposed to win the Money in the Bank briefcase before Brock came in and fucked everything up. It was supposed to be Mustafa Ali. And I love how they just gave, or at least they thought about Mustafa Ali. Hey, let's just give him the Money in the Bank contract and give him a legit shot at the WWE Championship. Who's to say Daniel Bryan, who's to say, for example, who's to say Daniel Bryan could have beaten Mustafa Ali at WrestleMania? And then you have Mustafa Ali cash in Money in the Bank on Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam. Who knows? We could have got Mustafa Ali versus Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam for the title. Who knows? If Orton would have never injured Mustafa Ali, the plans would have clearly been the same way. Ali was supposed to be in the chamber. He was supposed to be the last man against Daniel Bryan. And then you build up Ali to a point where he gets a shot at the title at WrestleMania. This promo by Randy Orton was just fantastic. This was a fantastic promo by Randy Orton. Full of logic, full of fucking back in the day stuff. And also, logic, people. The most important thing. Logic. There is no question on my mind, and you cannot convince me otherwise. Orton is beating Kofi at SummerSlam for the WWE Championship. There's no question. Because if it ain't Orton, who is it? Will Kofi and Orton deliver a great match at SummerSlam? Yes. I think, in my honest opinion, I think Kofi and Orton will deliver the match of the night. With Orton becoming WWE Champion. Going into Fox in October. I love how the fact that Orton said that Kofi faked a Jamaican accent. I love the fact that Orton brought up the fact that it was supposed to be Ali and not Kofi. I love the fact that Orton said that Kofi Kingston's title reign was a fluke and nothing but luck. Orton, when it comes to cutting a microphone promo, is one of the greatest of all time. This was a fantastic promo by Randy Orton. Just fantastic. I love it. I fucking love it. And I'm not going to lie to you. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. This is Kofi's toughest opponent thus far in his title reign. Next to Samoa Joe. Next to Samoa Joe. This is Kofi's toughest test. Can Kofi beat Orton? No. In my honest opinion, no. Oh, and by the way, off topic here. You know how John Cena won the Superstar of the Year back in 2009? It should have been Randy Orton. Factual. He won the Rumble. He won the championship, I believe, 3 times. I believe 3 or 4 times. Orton kicked Vince in the skull 6 days before the Rumble in 2009. Orton won the Rumble. He was in a feud with not only Triple H, but with the entire McMahon family. Orton punt kicked Triple H to the championship. Orton had that fantastic feud with Triple H and John Cena. And you mean to tell me that John Cena won Superstar of the Year back in 2009? Bullshit. Orton should have won Superstar of the Year in 2009. You know how many times Orton won the championship that year? I believe at least 4 times. He won the championship. He won the championship at least 4 times. He won it at Backlash against Triple H. He won it in a Fatal 4-Way, I believe. He won it in a Fatal 4-Way. Then he lost it to Cena at Breaking Point in that I Quit match, that fantastic I Quit match. And then Orton won the title back at Hell in a Cell just 3 weeks later. So yeah, he won it 3 times. Orton won the championship 3 times in 2009. And you mean to tell me that Randy Orton was not Superstar of the Year? You know how many times John Cena won a World Championship in 2009? 3 times. 3 times. He won the World Championship for Edge at WrestleMania 25. Then he beat Orton at the I Quit match at Breaking Point. Then he lost the title to Orton at Hell in a Cell. Then won it back at that Iron Man match in 2009. Which Kofi cost him the title, by the way. Which Kofi cost Orton a championship on that point. Because Orton was going into that Iron Man match as champion. Then Cena lost it to him. Then Cena beat Orton for the title that night. Attention to detail, folks. Attention to detail. Go back to 2009. We go to gorilla position for Kofi Kingston. Woods wishes everyone a happy Golden Girls Day. Big E and Xavier asked Kofi about facing AJ Styles. Kofi says AJ can say that is the house that AJ Styles built as many times as he wants, but they are tag team champions and he is the WWE Champion. This is the Palace of Positivity. So we got a match between Kofi Kingston versus AJ Styles. People told me that this match was really, really good. People told me this match was really good. Kofi wins here, of course, because you got to have the fucking U.S. champion loser for SummerSlam, of course. And then Kofi has to be built strong going into SummerSlam. So obviously there. Woods and Big E come over to confront Gallows and Anderson. AJ with a forearm to Kofi from the floor. Kofi with a boot to AJ, then AJ hits Big E. Anderson and Gallows with super kicks to Woods and Big E. Kofi with a trust fall plancha on the Styles, Gallows and Anderson. Gallows tries to interfere, but it fails, obviously. AJ gets Kofi on his shoulders and hits a Yushigoroshi. Yeah, there you go. I said it right. There you go. Kofi sends AJ to the apron, and AJ with a forearm. The tag champs battle on the floor while Kofi counters the phenomenal forearm with a trouble in paradise for the 3 count. Kofi Kingston wins on a very good match against AJ Styles. People told me that this match was really, really good. All right. You got Kofi winning. You got to keep him strong going into SummerSlam. So obviously, AJ looks the least strongest going into this match against Ricochet at SummerSlam. Finally, guys, to end the show here, I am only 54 minutes in here. Roman Reigns walks in the back and he walks up to Caleb Braxton, which is Bay, to make his announcement, but a scaffold falls on Roman. Roman is asked if he is okay, and Roman says he is fine. Then the show from there goes off the air. I seen the video clip on Twitter. I seen it. They didn't show who pushed the scaffold and the production stuff. You know, those production boxes, they fell as well. I gotta ask who did it. Who technically attacked Roman Reigns? I don't know. This is some weird shit. And this is this right here ended SmackDown Live. This ended SmackDown Live. With Roman getting attacked by a scaffold. Falls on him, and there's some production boxes fall on Roman as well. I don't know who did it. You need to... It could be Joan. Maybe it could be Joan. It can't be the OC. Because the OC are obviously in the ring at that time. They were in the ring. So it can't be them. Who could it be? Who is planning this out to attack Roman, to go after his head? Will we find out next week? I don't know. We'll probably find out on the reports, maybe on the weekend, on who did this and who's the original guy that's doing this to Roman. I don't know, dude. I really don't know. It's at a point where I can't even think, because Roman has feuded with almost everybody else on SmackDown Live and on Monday Night Raw. Maybe it's Andrade. I don't know. You gotta think about all the heels, and you gotta use the process of elimination here. Who's the guy that attacked Roman Reigns? I don't know. I can't even think of a name right now. I just can't. I don't know. If I could even think of a name right now, it would probably be Shane. It could have been Shane. It could have been Drew. Maybe it's Rollins. I don't know. Maybe it's Rollins. I don't know, dude. I can't even think of a name right now. To be honest with you, I can't. I really can't. And that's how SmackDown Live ended off the air. From what I read on this show tonight, SmackDown Live was pretty decent. And again, SmackDown did a good job again building towards SummerSlam. With the Trish Charlotte match, with the Aleister Black Sami Zayn match at SummerSlam. We got 2 new matches announced for SummerSlam on SmackDown side. SmackDown side going towards SummerSlam is looking a whole lot more better than Monday Night Raw. And to be honest with you, it's expected. It's expected. Raw only has what? So far, how many matches towards SummerSlam? What, 3 matches so far? I believe a good, 4 matches? You got the Universal Championship, the Raw Women's Championship. What else you got? You got, what else you got? You got the Universal title match. You got the Raw Women's Championship match. You got the U.S. title. That's it towards SummerSlam. I believe so. Let me look up the card right now before I get out of here. I'm only 58 minutes in. Let me look at the card. And let me see what matches are being booked right now for SummerSlam. What is official as of right now for SummerSlam? I'm going to catch our seats. Let me see this real fast. All right. So far we have Brock versus Seth for the Universal Championship. We got Kofi versus Randy. KO versus Shane. Becky versus Natalya. Bayley versus Ember Moon. Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. That's 6 matches. Then we got Trish versus Charlotte, which is 7. Black versus Sami Zayn, which is 8. So far we got 8 matches booked for SummerSlam. The Raw Tag Team title so far is not being booked. Most likely we'll have the IC title match, which could be 9. So far we don't have the Raw Tag Team titles booked, the SmackDown Tag Team titles booked, and the Women's Tag Team titles booked. So you got, right now, 9 matches most likely being confirmed. most likely not match it because you got to add Ali versus Nakamura, which most likely will be built for SummerSlam, which is going to be the 9th match. Then you got three more titles that hasn't even been booked. Yeah, we got 2 weeks left till SummerSlam. The tag team title for both brands, for Raw and SmackDown, and the women's tag team titles as well, not being booked for SummerSlam. So most likely, if you're going to look at it here, 12 matches being booked for SummerSlam. 12 matches. And then you look at WrestleMania. WrestleMania had what? Almost 20 matches booked. Almost 20. I think they had at least, 17, 18 matches booked for WrestleMania? SummerSlam so far, we're looking at 9 to 12. If you include the Raw, SmackDown, and women's tag team titles. That's 12, plus the 9 that I just mentioned. Plus the 9 that I already mentioned. And on top of that, if you really think about this, Roman is not even being booked for SummerSlam. What is Roman doing at SummerSlam? What's Daniel Bryan doing at SummerSlam? What's Drew McIntyre doing at SummerSlam? What's the Usos doing at SummerSlam? The Revival, the OC. What are they doing at SummerSlam? Heavy Machinery, the New Day. What are they doing at SummerSlam? I don't know, folks. With 2 weeks left till SummerSlam, I don't know how they're going to build the rest of this card. I don't know how. But that is it, guys, for SmackDown Live reaction / review and results video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the review, hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. What are your thoughts on SmackDown Live? And also, if you guys are new to the channel, show your support by subscribing to the channel and also turning on those bells for all notifications. Raw review right now, live on the channel right now, episodes 44, 43, and 42 of the podcast live on the channel as well. This is the official home of the Reality Podcast, so make sure you're connected with me on social media. Twitter, Chris from Loring, and Snapchat, Chris Most Hated. Like I said, if you guys are enjoying the content and you like what you see on the channel, be sure to show your support by hitting that subscribe button down below and turning on those bells for all notifications. And I will see you guys tomorrow for NXT review. For tomorrow, you guys will definitely get NXT review tomorrow as well, because tomorrow I work a day game tomorrow. By the time you guys see this, it'll probably be Wednesday afternoon or Wednesday morning. So there you guys go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share the video all over social media. I'll see you guys tomorrow for NXT review. Until then, I am Chris. Talk to you guys later.